Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Nigeria, Zambia. What a clash we have for you for this enthralling Total Energies CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations, Morocco 2026. This is going to be electrifyingly interesting for so many different reasons. But the Al Medina Stadium here in Rabat is where this clash is taking place. Nigeria, they lost in their opener against Malawi 3-2, and they come up against Zambia, who crushed Egypt 6-0. So this is now a do-or-die scenario for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They've never lost to a debutant team like Malawi in the entire tournaments that they played. The 10-time champions, an extraordinary scenario. It basically tells you that they've got to just really enter the fray and put together a massive game against the Copper Queens, who are not here to make up the numbers. They're here for business. This is going to be a colossal showdown between the Super Falcons and, of course, the Copper Queens of Zambia here. And it's Group C, and it's match day 2. Conditions are absolutely ideal. The football is going to be off the charts. Nigeria and Asisat Oshuola, or will it be Barbara Banda and her band of winning players who are going to make their mark out here today? Your guess is as good as mine, but a backlash from Nigeria is expected. Zambia, business as normal, with Barbara Banda leading from the front. Two teams coming out now onto the pitch. Look at this. This is going to be enthralling. We are expecting a massive battle here. And we know that victory for Zambia and Malawi's 3-1 victory over Egypt earlier would basically mean that they'd be moving through and Nigeria wouldn't be able to qualify. Just understand, what that actually means. No one ever thought that Nigeria would be in this position. So there is pressure on Nigeria today. And of course, Zambia coming out and feeling as though they can do what they managed to do in the quarterfinals in the last edition here in Morocco, when they managed to beat the Super Falcons 5-0. But I think that Nigeria will step into this game and try and produce a stellar performance. Pretty much guaranteed. It basically teased this clash up as something very special. Time now for the two national anthems. Exciting times as the two national anthems have been completed. Now we are looking at the business of a match that's going to be so important. So many star players, you know, in these two teams. It really is going to be absolutely fascinating to see what happens out here today. I think we're guaranteed goals because we've got wonderful football players who are capable of scoring goals in a big way. Barbara Banda scored 4 already. Let's take a look at the Nigerian setup. Nadozie is the goalkeeper from Brighton, and Imoran Demehen O'Halley of Nottingham Forest, and Alozi at right back. Christy Ochebe and Echegini and Abiodun, with Uchenna Kanu on the left-hand side. The Al Hilal striker, Asisat Oshuala, will be leading up front, and the captain, Ajibade, is going to be out on the right wing. Justin Madugu is the man in charge. And the match officials, Josephina Wanjiku of Kenya, Tabara Mboji of Senegal, Elizabeth Bunjarage, and where we have the VAR officials, Salima Mukansanga of Rwanda. And the Zambia lineup here for Nora Hutle. We've got Nali in goal, Nachula Maluba, Muimba, Belemu, 4 defenders at the back, with Chileshi Chandalungu, and then Kundu Nanji out on the left side, the Bay FC player, and of course Barbara Banda with her 4 goals already, looking to try and build on that with Chalufia on the right-hand side. The stadium looks absolutely fantastic, and we're very excited to see exactly what happens. Jibeda and the Barbara Banda being the captains of these two nations. Nigeria up against Zambia. Guaranteed fireworks out here, and a revenge scenario for Nigeria, who got demolished 5-0 in the quarterfinals in 2025. That in itself tells you that this is going to be a fascinating showdown in Group C. Two giants with only 2 places in Group C, and Malawi have now managed to get 2 straight wins. It's going to be such an extraordinary storyline. Heavily criticised, of course, following the loss against Malawi in their opener. Justin Madugu knows how dangerous this situation is. Of course, he says, I know what we're doing. We'll put the first match behind us. The atmosphere in the group is very good. We're looking ahead to Zambia, and people have the right to ask questions why we lost. Here we go then, time to get the ball rolling here. The Copper Queens playing in copper, of course, with the Super Falcons. Look at Barbara Banda already racing down to connect with that ball down there on the right-hand side, just on the edge of the penalty box, and ball going into the goalkeeper's hands. Going to be a throw-in over on that far side for Nigeria. And Nigeria just in possession here. Of course, the teams getting through to the semi-finals of this WAFCON will qualify for the FIFA World Cup in 2027 in Brazil. So much that you want to do out here. Justin Mogudu is the man here who's looking very, very stern and focused, because he knows just how important it is to get the right results here. Nigeria pushing forward and on the attack. be taken once again. And it's Michel Alozi who will be sending the throw-in in. There'll be battles for every ball on the pitch. Comes back to the defensive backbone of this Nigerian team, of course, Ohali and Demehin, but they've lost possession. And this is the quick, zippy action here. Barbara Banda trying to get the ball into the penalty box. She does that indeed. There's far too much traffic in the penalty box for them to link up and try and find an opportunity to get a shot in. Banda working her magic down the right-hand side, but of course, when you see Kundu Nanji of Bay FC, there's Nora Hutle of the head coach of the Zambia team. And Zambia with a free kick on the right side. Grace Chanda, who plays her football in Mexico. They've got a very strong women's league over in Mexico. She runs out for Querétaro, 29 years of age. Chanda's high ball, trying to pick out a teammate. Far post as a player loose and a chance the ball comes back over. It's just not into the feet of Kuno Nanji, but they do regain possession. I like what the Copper Queens do. They like to pass the ball around. Here's Kundo Nanji trying to sneak the ball through. It's booted away by Manuba, but by Demehin, sorry, and it's Banda trying to get away, but it's good work from Nottingham Forest centre-back O'Hale. And calmly with Maluba, passing the ball over comfortably, Chileshi. Belamu trying to find a way into the midfield. Strong assertive challenge there and good control at the back. It's been picked up. That's a nice little ball over the top. Now danger lurking. Oshuala, there's the touch. Has it gone too far? I think it's gone too far. Yes, it has. Nally pounces. And just the last touch was not the best one. She knows it. And a sting on the right hand, of course, following the challenge. It's maybe a little kick in the boot, but Maluba goes across to Paul praise on Nally. And they will get the medics to come on. Zesco Ndola girls team. That was the race forward, and of course Oshuala, that touch there just a little bit too much. And the ball is moving quite quickly, of course, on this surface here. And a little bit of treatment there, just a little bit of the magic spray probably, just to get things sorted. But you understand just how quick Asisat Oshuala is. You understand just how deadly she can be. She moves with such panache. She's strong. She gets into those dangerous positions, and then afterwards you just know how what she's capable of doing. Good ball down to the left-hand side, a little bit of space outside of the boot. It goes down to Oshuala. Oshuala collects. Can she get past her marker? No. Defense is strong, nicely dealt with at the back there. That was important from Maluba. There's the long ball. It's gone up towards Banda. Banda, there's a bit of a wrestling match taking place there. It'll go Banda's way, but you can see that Demehin was very much all over her. She's been told that she needs to calm it down a little bit, but Oluwatosin Demehin, the 23-year-old, plays the football in Turkey, and you know you've got to be really strong to be able to deal with the defenses and the forwards in Turkey. A very physical league. She plays for Galatasaray. Chanda will take this. It's a very similar position to the previous free kick, and that puts Zambia in a good position. They've got to be tight around every single player. There's not one player who's not dangerous up front here, who's come up, of course, from the back as well. Mwimba has come up as well. Is Chanda. Chanda with the delivery. High over the top. Anybody going to get on the edge of it? Well, the answer to that is no. It's diffused. Back across. A searching ball to try and pick out Chanda. And the control just knocking it a little bit too far forward there. Rufiat Imran. This midfield battle is going to be very exciting indeed. It already is. 7.5 minutes in. They've left her on her own. You can't do that. There's your goal. Nigeria take the lead. And what a mistake at the back. She scores every time. Asizat Oshuala has given the Super Falcons a 1-0 lead. Nigeria go ahead. You cannot do that at the back. Communication breakdown from Zambia. Well, this was the moment that the ball was pinched in the midfield. The long ball goes up. She's got pace, she races through. She doesn't expect to get hold of that. It takes a strange bounce, doesn't it? But that bounce helps her out because Nally doesn't come out of the defense. They don't react. First time it doesn't happen, but the rebound coming off her right knee, and then it just bobbles over the line to offer Nigeria a 1-0 lead. Well, 8 minutes in, and it couldn't have started better for Nigeria. And the battle between Oshuala and Banda is about to get quite exciting out here. It will be. It's not just about bragging rights, it's also about getting the result and winning back the support of the fans who, of course, who've watched them lose against Malawi, who by all means played fantastically, but they didn't manage to get the win. They didn't get a draw, and that's obviously damaged them. So the Super Falcons, they had their feathers plucked a little bit. Now they've got to try and grow their plumage once again and get themselves back in a very positive place. That goal there from Oshuala has helped. Chanda's free kick. A little bit of contact, it goes over the back, and it's going to be tidied up there quite comfortably. It's going to be a free kick against the Copper Queens. And Oshuala's down on the ground. No, it's Ajibad, the captain, not in a great place. There you go, getting tangled up completely is Ajibad, the captain. That was Oshuala was down as well. Anyway, free kick for Nigeria. Two coaches, mind games, not just yet. Well, I mean, of course they are. They're going through all of the tactical moves of what they've seen in the first 10 minutes. You can only understand that Hutley will not be too happy with what she's seen in terms of that defensive blemish that enabled Nigeria's most dangerous forward to pounce on a ball that was basically should have been cleared. Nice work in midfield from Chigini goes out to the right-hand side. And that's going to go out for a corner. Smart move there from Nigeria, once again. She knows what she's doing. Cicero Shuala. Jibad with the corner once the referee is happy to give them the green light. Rashida Ajibade. Oh, we thought we'd see some acrobatic action there. Just went flying right over the top. Chikini losing possession. It's going to be a throw-in for Zambia, and taken by Nachula. Just coming from behind and causing the foul there, Chilufya. Understood what she was trying to do, but the Angel City player based in the United States getting a free kick going against her. Spreading the ball nicely. So the attempt by Prisha Chilufya to try and backheel that was a good idea. Just didn't connect. And Rofiari Moran in position to just pick up the ball and take the throw in here. A little bit of a late challenge there, and you can see it's going to be a free kick. She just took the contact there, Abiodun. Very visible with the replay. There she is, the Swiss coach, been in charge of the Zambia national team since early January 2025, former defender, played for St. Gallen in Switzerland. Also for BSC YB, the Frauen and the ladies team. She's got a great mentality. It's all about Zambia never play for a draw. We play for a win. We play. The team plays to get the results. But at the moment, the midfield is very much in command, and it's all about all the players in green. Here's Zambia on the attack down the left-hand side. There's a good searching ball there to Banda. Banda, see what she can do. There's the control, keeps it away from the Nigerian defence, but 3-4 players, too much traffic, and afterwards you can see what happens. Oshuala looking for the ball, it's gone a little bit too far, and Nali collects at the back. But you can understand it. The quick counter for Nigeria, the moment the Copper Queens push forward, is going to be an option for them too. Don't think that was the right pass. Saw that Chilufya was was lingering down the right side. She wasn't really in a good position, ready to pounce on a long ball, a diagonal pass. But at the other end, you can see Oshuala. She's battling absolutely everything. Brought down firmly by Aurora Chileshi. Yellow card. Well, there's been quite a few strong challenges. The 26-year-old Ndeni Rose's player coming in from behind. That's just that's not even clumsy. That's just a reckless challenge from behind. Margaret, it's Ruda Cheleshe who gets the yellow. Then a free kick for Ajibade. Paris Saint-Germain player, midfielder. Referee says, well, let's get this ball rolling. Here he is. Here is the free kick coming away. It's gone straight towards goal, but it's been picked up there by Nali, despite the pressure coming her way. It's really good fighting, but excellent play there from Ajibade. And through the middle they go once again. Oh, that's brilliant. It's found the way through. Two players going for the same ball. It's been picked up by Kanu. Kanu bides her time. Waits for a little bit of support, pulls it back. And finally to Abiodun, and calmly just using Rofiat Imoran. You can hear Barbara Banner, she's calling for that. She wants the ball a little bit quicker. You get it to her a little bit quicker, and you know that there's so many more options. That was the free kick that was whipped in. An excellent challenge there, I must admit, coming from Etchigin on Nali, but she still dealt with it very well, the goalkeeper for Zambia. Zesco Ndola, girls goalkeeper, 28 years of age. Zesco being one of the top teams, of course, in Zambia. Go out for a goal kick. Long searching ball going a little bit too far. Going through the middle, Nigeria. There's options out to the left-hand side. If they change, there's a runner going through. It's gone too far. 20 minutes in, you can see who scored the goal. It is no one else but Sisat Oshuala, the Al Hilal centre forward based in Saudi Arabia. Got a massive boost from the CAF president and the African Football Confederation, of course, in terms of prize money, $5.8 million now for the, which is a massive increase, of course, and the champions get $2 million US, which is double from the last edition, and the runner-up $750,000 US. In fact, all 16 teams will get $150,000 US each, up from 125,000. Just gives you an idea of, you know, what is happening in terms of development and how women's football is. Oh, that's a free kick, that is, and it's in a very good position. Have to be a little bit careful there. Mwimba just went around and made a little bit of contact with Rashida Ajibade, and captain just going down. There you go, that left leg going up, it was just enough to destable Ajibade, and that means that there's danger now for the Zambian defence, and especially Hazel Nali in goal. Morocco and Malawi have got maximum points from their groups, from Group A and Group C so far. Morocco edging Algeria to make it 2 wins from 2 in Group A. Danger is looking. 4 players in the wall. Shot comes in, it's straight at the goalkeeper there and dealt with by Nali. So they've regained possession. I think there is a little bit of contact. It's going to be a free kick for Zambia just in the penalty box. I think the little foul on the goalkeeper. Let's have a look at this again. Christy Uchibi fires it in.
No free passing, no free. On the feet are in front. Goal!
Nigeria just one of 3 teams that have actually won the Women's Africa Cup of Nations in the 13 editions that we've actually, or the 12 editions that we've actually seen played out. Only Equatorial Guinea back in 2008 and South Africa in 2022 have actually won. That's a good through ball there. It's slightly overcooked for Banda to just latch race onto. Yeah, I think you just got to clear it when you've got Oshuala who's just breathing down your neck. Clear it as quickly as possible. If you don't, you know that you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Chilishi was the player who had to come to the fore and just smash it out of bounds. Long throw into the penalty box. There's the header. It falls back. Who's going to try and pick that up? Well, that's a loss of possession there and a chance here. Kuno Nanji gets the ball to Banda. And Banda goes down on the edge of the penalty box. Foul committed. And an excellent opportunity. Demahin responsible for hauling her down. So difficult to deal with Banda when she starts moving into those positions. Well, this is the moment. That was the through ball onside position. Look at the arm. There you go. There's the pulling and Banda falling on the ball. So look at this position here. This is perfect for Zambia to try and hit back. If they're down by a goal from Oshuala. Kununanji, Bay FC. Plenty of Copper Queens in the penalty box. Let's see where this is going to go. Once the referee is happy, she'll blow the whistle. A lot of discussions taking place. And Kununanji itching to get this ball rolling. Former Madrid player. She also played for Eibar, and Denny Rose is back home, now at Bay FC. Part of the Olympic team as well in 2020.
Concentrate! Concentrate!
Well, surely the whistle's going to get blown sooner rather than later. Oh, checking for a possible red card here. Well, this is going to be detrimental. It could be a major issue. Oluwatosin Demahin picked up a yellow. For bringing down Barbara Banda. The big question is, where does it go from here? Is she going to go across and take a closer look at what happened? Would change things around, it would turn the tables. We saw a red card given to Malawi in the second half against Egypt, but they still managed to hold on, but they did concede a goal to Egypt in that 3-1 victory. But to lose a player in the first half when we're barely into the 30th minute would be a massive blow. So VAR continue the check. We wait patiently to see what the end result is going to be. Barbara Banda causing all sorts of chaotic scenarios up front. Give her the ball, give her space. She delivers, but she also attracts so much attention. She'll get a lot of players trying to bring her down, trying to hold her, so if she manages to continue to do that within this Nigerian defense, then they will have some serious issues. Oh, she's going to go to the screen and take a closer look. Interesting. So that was what happened. Last defender, of course. Josephine Wanjiku of Kenya. I mean, there's contact. You can see that right arm. She's trying to get in there, but Banda's intelligently leaning into her, so she's making it quite complicated for Dumehen to deal with that. Afterwards, also need to check to see if she's in offside position or not. Barbara Banda coming over, just for a little bit of water. She's coming over to the bench momentarily. It's so close, isn't it? What's the final verdict? No penalty. No yellow card. And it's an offside call. And there it is. Wow. How things can turn around radically once they take a closer look. Well, VAR coming to the rescue there for Nigeria. Although it was only deemed as a free kick. So in fact, what happens there is that the referee will immediately take a look at the scenario and see whether or not it was offside or not, of course, and look at the infringement and then find out exactly where you go from there. But if there is offside, of course, it just gets completely erased. We've got another incident over on the far side. It's Banda who's claiming to be fouled, and she's down on the ground, flinging her arms up in the air. Holding, coming from a little bit of both, I think, but they definitely marked her out, haven't they? Ohale is making life fairly complicated for Banda, which won't go down well for Nora Hutle, the Swiss coach, who will know that she's a key player, but Banda knows exactly what she's doing. And the Orlando Pride player who's just been smashing records a go-go in the States, of course. Another free kick, and a free kick for Nigeria now, with Oshuala, who's down on the ground. One player needs to be careful is Chilishi. That's very clumsy. That was so late. The ball was miles away at that point. Nigeria, sneaky ball down towards the byline, comes right across, it's low, it's gone underneath the defender and straight into the hands of Nali, Hazel Nali. Bounces over the top, collected here. This is it, Chalufia down the left-hand side, striding forward, but how about that, some fabulous defensive work there coming from Echigini. Still in possession. The through ball's not the right one. Good idea, but Uchibi unable to slot that ball through to goal scorer for Nigeria. It's another hauling down of a player, and it's another time that Banda goes down. It's happened so many times. She's getting very annoyed. There's the yellow card, because that's justified, I think. Well, she finally gets her yellow, doesn't she? Free kick quite far out. Copper Queens looking for an equaliser. Grace Chanda. So much time is being spent trying to restore order for the set pieces. This is definitely chapter 2 of this ongoing saga that we've seen between these two teams. Nigeria, Zambia quarterfinals from last year. You can see Justin Mugudu knows how important it is to try and get a goal back and get a win here today for Nigeria. And straight to the screen once again. And this is turning into quite a scenario. Extra drama. Well, 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 let's have a look at that again. That's the challenge. Well, honestly, she's the last player. She's in trouble. This is a similar scenario. And this time she's not offside, Barbara Banda. But the same two players. But she's definitely gone for Banda. There's no doubt about it. Any mitigating factors regarding Banda, who's holding Demahin? She's being marked out of the game. That's what we expected. I mean, with such a... There you go, that's what you've got to look at there, I think. I think she's going to get a red. No, just a yellow. No, I don't know. She's going to get the red out. The yellow's been, it's a red card. She has been given the red, marching orders for Oluwatosin Demahin. And that she's had the worst possible upgrade you can have from yellow to red. She was clearly all over Barbara Banda. And that is just fed some energy into the Zambian supporters here. But Demahin going off after 39 minutes. We thought maybe it would potentially come earlier on, but the offside call just meant that it was scrapped. But on that occasion, there's no offside, and there's clear intent on trying to take out Banda, who's got so much pace. Anyway, the free kick's been taken. Let's get back to the action. And a scenario that, well, did we expect this? They have to be very, very careful now. They've lost their centre-back. Who's going to come down and replace? Maybe Christy Uchepe or Abiodun. I think it's Uchepe who's gone back into that centre-back position. Extra player for 55 minutes, or 50 minutes at least, probably more. And it's going to be a goal kick. Fabulous stadium of Morocco, hosting major competitions over the last couple of years. Great challenge. The intervention was spot on. Nigeria with a throw-in down in the corner and a chance to try and trigger something with Michelle Alozi. Banner on the attack. Well, she's looking for something extra there. She's not going to get it. the Nigerian defence. Oh, they're giving the ball away. That is a mistake. They're just running into a little bit of trouble. Picked up once again. There's the through ball there to Oshuala. She goes racing forward. And a strong challenge, but she does get a big whack to the leg there. Back up on her feet, strong as can be, Muimba. That's another interesting battle. We've got to keep an eye on that one as well. Corner. And Nigeria quite happy, just taking as much time as possible to take their set pieces. And using up time, frustrating Zambia, who do have an extra player on the pitch, but know that to break down Nigeria, they've got to continue to frustrate them. Rashida Ajibade. Is the high ball, far post. Nicely taken there by Hazel Nali. Rolls the ball out quickly. That's a great ball. Ah, the touch just wasn't there. And 3-on-1, but they finally clear it. That's good work from Nadozi at the back, the Brighton and Hove Albion player. Another free kick. Fiery encounter. And another yellow card that comes out. Captain this time, Rashida Ajibade.
Come back. Kanu, block the space in front. Drop the space.
Margot Belemu racing away quickly. Grace Chanda. Oh, it goes high. It's just, is unable to hold it. That was there for the taking, but Nadozi does okay, finally. Seven minutes of added time at the end of this first half. There's the acceleration. Showed too much of the ball. Oshuala's racing towards that, and she's picked that up as well. That's wonderful cover work. Otherwise, Oshuala would have been there, racing off with the ball at her feet. And Nachula of GBWFC, 40 years of age. Nigeria with another throw-in. Nigerian fans hoping they see a comeback to form here against the Copper Queens. It's been picked up, back out to the right-hand side. Another chance for a cross. It gets knocked off. Nachulau goes out for another corner. And more pressure here for Zambia, who won't want to concede a second goal going into the break. Nigeria, one goal at lead, but the centre-back who's been sent off. 6 minutes before the end of the first half. High ball, far post. That wasn't a bad header that was driven in. There's a bit of contact following the header. Hence the reason why she is down on the ground. And look at that, she goes straight into the back. There you go, that's the crash onto the shoulder. Sinachi Ohale, the 34-year-old Pachuca player based in Mexico. Captain takes the corner. And a poorly met header. View is a little bit blocked. That was the goal. And that's the only goal of the first half. They're giving the ball away. Clearance. Firmly done. Barbara Banda picks it up every time. What options? Cutting inside. She's going to put it on her left foot. No, she's going to try and dance her way through. The straggling leg caught the Nigerian player who's down on the ground. She's not in a great place. It's Ohale again in the wars. She skips over. Watch this. There's the attempt. Oh, it's on the foot. Yeah, that's the head. And the boot hitting the head. Can be quite nasty. She's writhing around in pain. Hopefully there's no blood or anything, and she's going to be back up on her feet in no time. There she is, Oshuala. A little bit of luck. Great save there from Nali, but she couldn't do anything but block the ball and have it come back off the thigh and bobbles over the line. And Nigeria, the Super Falcons, lifted by one of their star players, Asirat Oshuala. Well, we expected a fiery encounter. I think that was pretty much on the cards, just knowing exactly, you know, what happened last year and what is at stake here. It's most definitely turned into a clash where both teams be looking to try and get one over each other, go into those challenges firm, try and provoke a reaction. You know, there's a lot of tactical, sneaky tactical moves that can be implemented, that they can get the upper hand, maybe, you know, have an extra player on the pitch, but that was the moment that the follow-through. So first of all, it's the ankle, then now those studs and the boot from Banda just grazing the head of Ohale. Sinachi Ohale. Approaching the 7th minute now of added time. And again, the challenge is going in thick and fast. There's another yellow card offence. Foot came up. Or is it going to come out, I think. Lungu's going to be guilty and will pick up the yellow, I think. Unless it's just the magic white spray to get the marker. She put it down. Yeah, yellow card back in the pocket. She did pick up the yellow. High ball lofted, edge of the area. Collected once again by the Copper Queens. Banda can't get hold of that. I wonder if that's going to be it. We're 8 minutes, so 1 minute past the 7. We'll have a throw in. It will be taken by Imran. Well, there's the half-time whistle. And what a feisty affair. Nigeria have the lead. And Zambia have an extra player on the pitch going into the entire second half. There's only one player that we can talk about from Nigeria who has made her mark, and that is Asisado Shuala. An important goal, but a goal that came from defensive frailties at the back for Zambia. In the 8th minute, it's Nigeria 1, Zambia 0. Zambia with an extra player on the pitch for the second half, following the red card that was shown to Oluwatosin Demihin. But Barbara Banda has been a handful on the pitch for the Nigerian defence, drawing the red card. What can she do in the second half? Can she build on the goals, the 4 goals that she managed to pick up in the 6-0 win over Egypt? Or will it all be about the Super Falcons who, well, if they lose, they will not be going through to the quarterfinals. But if they win, and they've got fighting chance, of course, because they'll be level with Zambia. Malawi with 2 wins, 6 points, and Egypt at the bottom without a point. A draw, well, that would shake things up a little bit, wouldn't it? But we're not there yet. The Super Falcons doing enough to get the edge with 45 minutes left to play. The halftime stats, a little bit more possession for the Super Falcons. Look how many shots Zambia have had. They've been pushing Barbara Banda up deep into dangerous zones, but no shots on at all, and no shots on target or on goal. And at the moment, it's all about Nigeria pushing forward and finding dangerous positions. And 4 corners to no corners for Zambia. So they're not really playing the attacking football that they would like to. Nigeria in control with the scoreline at the moment, but with 1 player less for the second half. Let's take a look at the highlights then. Nigeria, Zambia for this Group C encounter of the Total Energies CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2026. Nigeria, the team who have lost to Malawi on match day 1 3-2, trying to get the right result against Zambia, who were 6-0 winners over Egypt and sitting pretty after match day 1. Well, you of course see that this was the through ball that enabled Oshuala to pick up possession. Little touch too hard there, and rushing out to deal with it was Hazel Nali, the Zambian goalkeeper. And then this through ball, the defence caught napping, and the ball was just there for Oshuala to take advantage of, and doesn't manage to get the shot straight through. It's stopped, but it comes back off her right thigh and in over the line to give Nigeria a 1-0 lead. And the ideal start after 8 minutes. Captain Ajibade launching the ball up, but again you can see what Nali was doing in the Zambian goal. Some brilliant work. Barbara Banda, she's been causing all sorts of problems, and just drawing Oluwatosin Demehin, who has her yellow card taken away from her, and a red card was awarded after she went to VAR for a second time for a tussle between those two, but on this occasion no offside. It's a red card, and marching orders for the centre-back Demehin. 1-0 at half-time, the score. Welcome back to the El Medina Stadium here in Rabat, Morocco. Last-minute adjustments ahead of the second half. How important is this second half going to be for these two teams, especially for Nigeria? Now, they've got a goal. That's something. As we see Chilishe, who's on a yellow card, changed with Piri coming on. So they'll need everybody for their final game. Zambia, of course, so that's one of the reasons why they're making the change. And with Piri coming on, it's not going to be a problem. Zesco, United midfielder, very strong and sturdy, very capable of creating and defending as well in that midfield, the 23-year-old. But a goal scored by Asisado Shuala in the 8th minute to offer Nigeria the lead. But they've lost Oluwatosin Demihin to a red card. So 11 against 10. And with Zambia hoping that they can just take full advantage of Barbara Banda's physical presence, technical dexterity up front, but also the fact that she needs to get some shots in on goal, just like her teammates, because otherwise it's going to be the Oshuala show. And kickoff just moments away, the restart. Such an important 45 minutes for the Nigerian women's football team. The 10-time winners keen to stay ahead and get the right result. It's 1-0 for Nigeria, and with Asisat Oshuala scoring that only goal, but forced to put one of their players back in defence. And Christy Ochibi is the player. Not that it's too much of an issue for her. She's quite comfortable just moving back from a midfield, a more defensive midfield role, to literally in the back four. Harley and co working their magic. There you can see Ochibi straight in for the challenge and then back in position. And Rashida Ajibade, the captain of Paris Saint-Germain. Playing more of a defensive role, forced to come back. I mean, it just adds, there's more running, there's more cover play. There's more energy consumed when you have to cover for an 11th player. Here's Nachula. Nachula's throw has been picked up, and a chance. Anybody going to get on the end of it? Knows the answer to that. It's Fania Chigini. No one's gone for that. That's all the way back to Nadozi. Very physical, very feisty first half it was. Jibade gets the ball to Oshuala. That's well marshalled at the back. Great strong play there from Lushomo. Mwimba, plays based in Turkey. Just blocking and just marshalling at the back. So important. Banda just has a foot taken away from her, and again you can see the fouls are coming against her. Fabio Dunn is the player. Just catching her heels as she still managed to untangle herself from the challenge. Just look how strong she's nearly down on the ground, and she's just racing away. Low gravity, but still staying on her feet until a little bit of contact there from the Washington Spirit player. Now, Grace Chanda has provided us with so many little chips and lobs into the penalty area. We've really got to go for a shot. They've got no shots on goal, and I think that with Nora Butley knows that they've got to turn things around. I'm just wondering whether or not Rachel Kundunanji of Bay FC will unleash a beast of a shot from there. Well, Chanda will try something. Here we go. It is the long-range shot that comes in. It's a fabulous effort from Rachel Kundunanji, and a great save there as well from Brighton's Ndadozi. And she does very well. Chamaka Ndadozi. Well, there's your first shot on target. Drilled in, front post, there's the header. And it's set up there for a shot. Another effort, maybe. Oh, that's gone a little bit wide. The idea was good, but for Irene Lungu, she couldn't quite get some force, velocity behind that. But just look at that, it's a fabulous free kick. That really was from Kundunanji. And look at it coming around. Look at the curl on that. Nigeria will be making a change. And it's Rufiat Imoran who's heading off. And Shukrat Oladipo will come on to replace her, the 21-year-old AS Roma player. Ball just running out over the line. A long ball down the line. Smashed upfield by Muimba. The offside flag would have gone up if she'd have gone for that.
Push up! Push up! Push up!
Nicely done, very smooth. Just come on, Oladipo. Bit of pressure here, it's taken very quickly by Nachula. Good use of the goalkeeper, the Zesco and Dola girls player Hazel Nally collecting, and a good block there. That's what she brings to the game. A little bit of pressure on the back line. You always have to put a bit of pressure on the defense, even if they, you know, look as though they've got acres of space. Sometimes a little lack of concentration, a little mishap, the end result can be a missed kick or a poor pass. You pounce, you score. All strikers know that. It's a little bit too far, and Nachula gets the ball against the captain, Ajibade. Nicely picked up by the captain, that's a good, it's just too close to the goalkeeper. The idea was fantastic. You see the player out wide, you see the space there, you just got to get the accuracy right, otherwise it will just go straight to an opponent. Play it down, looks like it is Alozi. Plays for Olivia Wynn in the United States of America, 29 years of age. Alozi. Go back to the right position. And Alozi will take this. Down the line it goes. And out for a goal kick. Pressure is on Zambia to score. Well, a little bit lucky there, but still the ball at her feet, Kanu. And the defence, not made of copper, but made of steel. Nice ball, left side. A little bit of space, a little bit of space to dance the shot. It's a rasping drive cutting in from the cold out wide. And a scoring opportunity. No problem with being onside. That was the moment she cuts in. She's tall, she's got big strides. She can't quite keep it down. And if that would have been well weighted, that would have just floated over the top. At the other end, they've got to be careful. Bit of pressure there just on the Nigerian defence. The corner's been won. And now it's the Copper Queens at the other end who've got something to try and do. Driven fiercely towards the front post and cleared, even if it did look a little bit awkward. Doesn't matter. He's got the difficult job of trying to deal with Banda. Barbara Banner is a handful. There it is, going float over, little chip there. Well, it was going towards goal. Not the first time we've seen an effort like that from a quarter today in Group C. Saw it with Malawi earlier today. Ball literally coming off the crossbar. Not the most conventionally cleared ball, but oh, I love that. That's what you call class. And a foul that's been committed over on that far side. Yeah, that's well cleared. You know what's waiting for it if she didn't manage to punch it away. Free kick Nigeria. Kind of on her own, isn't she? Orsuala doesn't change that much, but because she can deal with traffic, but she'd much rather have a teammate just to give her a little bit of helping hand, whether it's a decoy-like role or a bit of contact there. The referee not immediately reacting. Acres of space. Oh, there was a pass out to the right that should have been made. A little header that goes over the top. That might have gone a little bit too far. Kuno Nanji picks the ball up, still in play. There's a chance to try and fire something in. Far post, an opportunity for a header. It's headed back into the penalty box, but snatched and easily picked up there by Nadozi. That's a great header back. Love those headers because it's in front of the goalkeeper, a little bit close to the goalkeeper. Otherwise, it would have been a lot better, but here's the flailing arms that swiped to Rashida Ajibade. Well, that's the quick ball, Oshuala. She can't quite control that. She's got the goal. It's going to be a foul against Zambia. Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I think Josephine Wanjiku of Kenya has done a marvellous job. That has been a tough match to officiate today. So many things to look at, so many things off the ball that you've got to keep an eye on as well. Chibere Oshuala. That's a beautiful ball, that really is. Oh, if she can only pull that back, she's going to get a free kick as well. There's a little bit of contact, enough for the referee to say, yeah, that was contact. That's a foul. Nachula and the Paris Saint-Germain winger. Well, the only Paris Saint-Germain player in this team, of course. We've got Jennifer Echegini. Echegini is the 25-year-old midfielder.
Come, peek if you want to.
And here is Jennifer Echegini. Time to patrol the busy part of the pitch. Nicely floated into the box. And the Copper Queens trying to race out. The through ball to Banda. And it doesn't happen. That's another foul. Nigeria need to be careful. They need to be very careful. Washington Spirit midfielder Abiodun on this occasion just getting in the way of Pidi, who's very sneaky, very cunning, very crafty in the way that she collects, good skills, close body control, quick movements as well, so she can move the ball away before you can even sort of prepare yourself to react. She's already moved it, and get in the way of her, she'll draw the foul. Mwimba goes straight into the hands of Nadozi. Ajibade. A little lunge from behind, and that was all that was needed, and there we go. So starting off again in the second half, the tackle from behind. And we got a change for Zambia, and it's Irene Lungu who's going off. Katongo comes on to replace her. Everine Katongo. She's based in Israel, playing for Ranana FC. Chance here, racing off Uchebe. Oh, she gets knocked down, no foul, just runs into a player. Chigini once again. That's a good ball. A little bit too close. She would have happily raced onto that if it was down in the corner. Ajibade. Just have a look at this again. Yeah, I think it was just a collision more than anything else. Ball out to the left side. The long-range shot. What doesn't happen has been picked up. It's a wonderful little battle. It's going to be a corner. That's great work. All credits. Got to put pressure on the defence. I always talk about that, but it was not easy for Michael Belemu, the Red Arrows player. Hustled and hassled by Michelle Alozi. Ajibade will try and loft this towards one of her centre-backs, or Sisao Shawala has that height advantage. As the ball drills in, great header at the front post just to clear the lines. Picked up again by Alozi. Well, she's on an onside position. Well, that's surely just going to be a throw-in. Looking for something more than that. Oh, it's a foul on the ref, on the goalkeeper, of course. Alozi. So yeah, Nali, there he is. There she is. That's the push. She's just running in. There's nothing in it. It's just a corner. Throw-in, sorry. And it's going to be a long one, it appears. Someone's got to take it. Copper Queens. We'll have to leave that for Nigeria. Oladipo. Nonanji, acres of space, waiting for a little bit of support. Cuts inside. There's the acceleration. Watch out. She's put it on her left foot. She goes for the shot. It's a delight to the eye, but it's just a little bit too high. Well, the Bay FC player shaking off her mark and cutting inside. That's the danger. And that's what the Copper Queens are capable of doing. And that was the gnarly touch. Abiodun. Now, Shawala's going to go off. Iezuo will come on. There she is, scoring her goal. Another chance, another player down. Ayinde's come on as well. Well, will she be a hero at the end of the day? Will Nigeria get the 3 points that they need to pursue their journey here in Morocco? Here's Zuo looking for the ball there. She's the Pachuca player, the Mexican team. MD2. 8th minute goal scored by Sisao Shuala.
Push up! Push up!
Justin Amadugu, the 62-year-old head coach. Part of the Nigeria women's team from 2012. Picked up by Ajidabe. There's the chance. The flag stays down. It's all set up there. Is it a goal? Oh, it just skims the roof of the net. I think the flag's gone up though. Danger. Here's Zur. Yeah, miles offside. But Nachula, the 40-year-old right back, will head off now. Coming on, Chipasula. Ball, play it down in the penalty box. Salia Mwanza coming on, the elite ladies player, defender, 19 years of age, to replace Nachula, who's more than twice her age. Protection of the ball at the back from Lushomo Muimba. And that was the moment that we saw Fury going down. Chipasula and Oladipo having a little bit of a tussle. It's well played. Clumsy challenge. Just a clumsy challenge as they're lashing out. You know, you can see that again. It's just careless, isn't it? It's Chipasula just trying to kick the ball, but kind of late on Jibade. I haven't really seen too much of Barbara Banda in the second half. She's despite the fact that they've got an extra player on the pitch, they need to just find that space. It's a good bit of running, that really is. Fantastic surge forward. That's going to be a yellow card for sure. She was nowhere near able to race down and get Echegini. Congo picking up her first second yellow after Chileche in the first half. Jennifer Shigini working really hard. Love the striding moves that she takes in the midfield. Now what are they going to try and do here? So for everybody in the middle, there's a chance there. That should have been headed towards goal. And that would have been surely a second goal for Nigeria. A little bit of contact on Ajibade, but take a look at this again. There's no offside there, it's all good. But just like Ihezua was literally on her own, she just needed to get that angled header towards the corner. And I know it's difficult to, try and shift your head in the right position the moment that it falls into your path. It didn't look like it was that difficult, but there's traffic in front of you as well. So if it all opens up and you manage to see exactly where you are, there's no foul going against Zambia as they go in search of something here, but the midfield battle has taken a different kind of flavour since Nigeria lost one of their players. Oh, there's Fury goes down, no foul against her. As he crosses, clears the ball. It's a decent ball down. And that's going to be a corner, I think. No, it's going to be a free kick. But she's worked her socks off, Michelle Alozi. Not the way that she's protecting the ball. She really does put her body on the line when she's trying to defend at the back. As numerous times we've seen her on the ground, she's being tripped because she's just done a sterling job. She's keeping it really safe. Last 15 minutes. Taken quickly. Copper Queens eager for an equaliser. There's the high ball that's come over. And Kuno Nanji couldn't quite control. There's no foul. That was just all accidental and an opportunity here. That's great work. There's the ball. And collected here once again. They had a chance to push forward. And again, Nigeria on the attack has been picked up by the captain. Chibade has a cross knocked straight off the body of a Zambian player. Lovely work. This is great from Oladipo. There's the cross coming in, it's floated over, taken well by Nali, who comes to the rescue. And they're just looking for Banda immediately. It's good, strong defensive work at the back from Ohale. Kundo Nanji with a bit of an injury there. Something's happened there. She went down. That was the issue. So I don't know what is muscular, but Popo is going to come on to replace her for sure. The reaction from Noah Hutley, the Swiss coach, is, yeah, get her off, let's protect her. We need her to be safe. Don't mess around. And on comes Popo. Liang Liaoning Shenyang Shenbei, player based in China. Lots of experience. Zambia might realise that it's going to go all down to that clash against Malawi next week. This is delivered into the penalty box, taken well by Nali. And again, lovely touch. A good, strong defensive marshalling at the back from Nigeria. Shuala's 8th-minute goal is the only goal so far. Had a red card for Nigeria, floated into the penalty box. Headed out, cleared. Chipasula. Katongo unable to find her teammate out wide. A bit of pressure on the Zambian defence. Players racing hard, but that's not the ball down the line that she wanted to deliver. Mwimba. Another change for Nigeria. And this time, Uchenna Kanu of Cruz Azul is going to be replaced by Ijeoma Okoronkwo of AFC Toronto. Okoronkwo. Will chase everything. Player to bring on for the last 10 minutes. Well, Fury's got great skills, very wily as well. That's a good ball down the right side. Now Zambia pushes it into the middle. A chance to try and get a shot in potentially. Not in an offside position, but dealt with at the back. Until Barbara Banda gets involved. She goes down quite quickly though, doesn't she? And I think that you can see that Christy Uchibe is just suggesting that there was no contact at all. We've got another Nigerian down on the ground at the other end. There's nothing there, I don't think. A little bit of frustration there coming from Uchebe. It's been a very physical game. There's been a lot of battles going on. That was the moment that Fury poached the ball. Just look at that. And that was the little bit of contact there. Ajibade with the through ball. Just look at this, little bit of hesitation there from Hazel Nally to come out. Didn't know how the ball would bounce. She did well, she did really well to block that first shot. So unlucky. It's just because Oshuala is tall, strong, and she follows through and the ball comes off her leg and it ends with a goal. Michelle Alozie. Goes off to receive some treatment. Good idea. Koronku. Barbara Banda's had a difficult time out there, the Nigerian defence. Although we saw that she did manage to force Oluwatosin Demihin off the pitch because she wrestled her to the ground. Banda. Corner. Blasting a shot. Can't afford to concede a goal. It's taken very quickly here, Chanda, but the referee not ready for that. Won't take it again. I didn't blow my whistle. Now it's good. Fury. It's been stepped up, there's a chance. It's been set up for a volley. And the connection. And there's the shot, it's a low grass cutter. And smothered there by the Brighton goalkeeper, Dozie. A little bit of contact on Okoronkwo. Just sneaked between the legs there, was going wide. Big 3 substitutions, Nigeria, got 2 more. Oh, look at that bit of magic, Ajibade. There's the cross coming over. Okoronkwo, I think she handballed it, didn't she? Yeah. Ball bouncing back off her hand. Fury. Lovely 1-2. Oh, it's a firm challenge there, but it's coming from a little bit from behind. The referee not too happy with that at Chigini. And you can see what happens there. She'll miss the next match. She's already picked up a yellow. It's a big blow. She's been solid in the midfield. Three more minutes remaining. Nigeria holding on as they go in search of their first points. Banda goes down. Barbara Banda on the ground. Not the first time we've seen that happen. Doesn't get anything. Oh, it's gone a little bit too far. The idea was good. She's got to be careful there, Christy Ochibi. I mean, that was just big-time chop tackle, wasn't it? She'll miss the game against Egypt. Lovely back heel. Well, Okoronkwo flies over the top as she tries to sneak down the wing. With the firm, solid defensive challenges coming in from the Copper Queens. Brings an end to that move. Long throw for Nigeria. Oh, the flick header was a good idea from Hizuo. She needs to have someone behind her to latch onto that. Oh, the attempted through ball, that was a good idea. Okawanko picks it up though. She's on her own. Toe poked out wide towards Hizuo. That's a good ball, that's a great ball. Now the chance to push forward and prize open the defense here. Rashida Ajibade, nice through ball, it comes back. Oladipo gets a touch there off the Zambian defenders, goes out for a corner. Now they've got to make the most of this. 5 minutes of additional time for them to hold on to this result and get the win and join Zambia with 3 points, 3 behind leaders Malawi after match day 2. Or not. Okoronkwo trying to use up time. Yeah, she's successfully squeezed out a few extra seconds. And they also managed to win the corner. Oh, it's perfectly delivered there. I thought that Hizuo would just latch onto that. It goes over the back and out the back door, collected here, and racing up on that right-hand side is Mwanza and co. Chance for them to try and do something. Copper Queens, excellent work once again. You can see that Echigini, the PSG player, has just been prolific, and Banda unable to latch onto that ball that whizzed over right through the penalty box. 3 minutes remaining. Hard-fought battle taking place here in Group C. Well, just did enough to get a little touch there that was crucial. Mwanza, little toe poke. Okoronkwo crashing down over the top of Katongo. Seems to be okay. To the last 2 minutes we go. A little bit of pressure here now. Fury collects. Draws it back to Katongo. Out wide is Mwanza. Mwanza intelligently getting the ball into the penalty box. Give it to Barbara Banda. She's a proven markswoman. She knows what to do. It's Firi going off down towards the byline. The final touch takes the ball out of play for a goal kick. They're holding on. The Super Falcons, the 10-time champions of Africa. The defending champions, gaining revenge over the team who crushed them in the last year. Great battling there again. Okoronkwo dispossessed finally, and a long ball towards Banda. Oh, Firi's touch is a masterclass in control. The ball just doesn't get past the defense. Banda's there. Oh, that's exactly what you needed to do. Kick it away with seconds remaining. You can see that Hazel Nally has collected this. They need to get it in the box. They need to pump it up. That's exactly what she's done. She sent it higher. Now getting the ball out wide. A long-range shot coming in, maybe. Firi, there's the lofted ball towards Banda. She can't get it. It's been picked up here. Look at the control. There's a shot that goes high. And Grace Chanda had an equalizer in her grasp. And she knows it. And that's surely the last chance. Saloon doors have been closed. There it is, the final whistle, and the Super Falcons survive. They win, they march forward. Having lost to Malawi 3-2, they've finally beaten a team who gave them so much hassle, so much concern in all different categories. In Zambia, they played valiantly. They just couldn't quite get the equalizer. The final score, Nigeria 1, Zambia 0. A loss tonight and they would have been eliminated from this 13th edition. But they get 3 points and they join Zambia with 3 points, but in third position in Group C. Malawi are the top team with 2 wins from 2. And look what it means to these Nigerian players. Asisat Oshuala, especially the goal scorer in the 8th minute. And Justin Mugudu knows just how important that victory was. He had to just calm, accept the criticism that came their way after that 3-2 loss against WAFCON debutants, Malawi. But they managed to survive a stern test against a very well-organized team. Zambia will go again on match day 3. And they might have a tougher mission than Nigeria, just going on what we've seen so far against the young Egyptian team, but maybe they'll step it up, you just never know. Tournament competition springs surprises, and we've seen that in Group C with Malawi, the debutants who are top of the table. These are the magical moments that mean the most. They celebrate together, having fought valiantly against a very physical team. And the huddle there with Nora Hudley, the Swiss coach, will, it's all about not giving up and continuing to fight and battle until the final whistle. And match day 3 will be a massive, massive clash for them, because they will take on Malawi, looking and seeking qualification. It's not a done deal. 2 teams from each of the 4 groups will go through to the quarterfinals. But they've sparked their campaign finally, and it wasn't easy. The red card from Oluwatosin Demihin in the 39th minute. Shook things up and made it complicated. They had to readjust and reorganize. Well, the Total Energies woman of the match is Michelle Alozie of Nigeria.
Michelle?
Big congratulations for a fantastic performance for the defender.
Shake hands.
Sweeping, big time, defending valiantly.
Congratulations for winning this trophy. What's your feeling after this important victory tonight?
Yeah, we knew Zambia is a really hard team. We know that the top three is an insane top three. They're super fast, super physical, and very technical. And we learned our lesson after playing with Malawi, and we knew we had to drop the line. And it was a hell of a game. Tosin played her heart out. It was unfortunate that it was a red card, a little bit debatable, but I'm glad that we were able to come together, even down a player, and get the win.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Stay here.
Well, Nigeria will, of course, feel very elated after that battle. And believe you me, that was a big test. That really was. It was so physical. There was a lot going on. There was a lot of hard challenges going in. You know, there'll be plenty of ice out tonight just to get their bodies right for the next clash, which, of course, will be pivotal because it's Egypt, Nigeria. And a win, potentially a draw, could see them through. Let's have a look at the stats from this game. Nigeria, Zambia, 50% each possession. Total 8 shots and 9 shots on goal. Well balanced there. Zambia only getting shots on goal in the second half. They really increased their tally. And 7 corners to 4. And of course a red card. And the accuracy of passes there, very level with equal with the passes as well. But what is the difference at the end of the day is that 1-0 scoreline at the top of the screen. The 3 points for the Super Falcons, who survive a stern test and will feel very comfortable going into the next clash that they will play against Egypt. But the day's results, let's have a look. Malawi with back-to-back wins. And Twemba scoring another goal to offer them a 3-1 victory over Egypt, who have lost both of their games, but they managed to get a goal through Assam. And Nigeria with that 1-0 victory tonight against Zambia to offer them their first points from Group C. As we take a look at the table, Malawi, who would have thought of that? The Scorchers on fire, on fuego, with 2 wins from 2. They've beaten Nigeria, they've beaten Egypt. Next up, you'll see it'll be Zambia. But look at Nigeria, now they got 3 points, and Egypt at the